think we are live.
Okay.
So I'm so honored today to have Brent and Anna here with me, who went through the 4 month Sustainable Parenting Transformation Group. And I always love when couples do this together. You guys are a phenomenal example of going from that separation into more teamwork. So tell us a bit of your story. What led you to reach out for parent support?
Sure. So we kind of, so looking back, we've just started this journey about a year ago. We're just coming up on 1 year, and we were just really in the weeds. We were having a really hard time navigating parenting. We felt completely out of our depth. Brent and I were really struggling as a couple. We were not on the same page in any regard. And so we just started really reaching out and looking for some good support, and Flora was recommended. We started in December 2023, worked for 4 months, and definitely like the best investment of our time, I think, out of the whole year.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. We were just having a hard time with explosive behaviors that we were just the first reaction is you get frustrated with them, and then it just never does pan out to be a resolve. And so we finally just we tried this out for recommendations, and definitely got the tools. Sorry about the dogs.
Yeah.
Definitely got the tools to help us deflate a lot of the explosive behavior and connect a lot more with the kids. And I mean, we always had a great relationship with the kids. It's just these like certain, as they've gotten older, that their personalities have developed, and you're like, wait a second, you're not like me at all. You're not like mom at all. And who are you? And so anyway, it's just been a whole lot of us, getting the tools we need in this day and age to know how to raise kids. It used to be, you're supposed to spank them or put their nose in the corner, but that didn't work at all. Come to find out.
Turns
Not
out
in
it
We didn't do that.
2024.
We didn't
We
do
did
that.
not do that.
We
No.
didn't do
We
it.
never
But
spanked.
it's just like very refreshing to enjoy parenting and enjoy parenting with each other. Like I really feel like
Yeah.
it's fostered a great relationship between us and with the kids. And so I just feel like at a baseline, we're all much happier.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Awesome. Well, anything that you want to share about like if you were hesitant to do it? Because I know that, like you said, Brett, it's hard to know the tools, but also we live in a society where sometimes we think we're supposed to kind of figure it out on our own. What was that process like for you to kind of step into it, and what helped you to feel? I mean, people don't know what parent coaching is, and is it worth
Yeah.
it?
Well, and that's just it. I mean, I've always been raised personally this, sorry, the dogs are just on the other side of this window here barking and
No
something.
problem.
No, I was just always raised to kind of handle things on your own and figure it out. But I mean, the world's spinning a lot faster than I think it used to. And, there's definitely a lot more tools, obviously, as time goes. I mean, we weren't raised with all the iPads, screens, and all the nonstop distraction. Obviously, being able to, and of course, it's an investment, but it's an investment for your family. So, I think a lot of people throw up those kind of roadblocks, especially probably the men in a family household. But at the end of the day, it's like, the tools are there and you've got them available to show. Just in general, I think um, having that resource is very valuable.
I think I was definitely driving the train. Like, we need to do this. This is something that is worth our time. Like, it's like what you say all the time, Flora, it's like suffer with a purpose, suffer in circles. And so I didn't have a name for it at that time, but we were suffering in circles. We were having the same arguments over and over and over again. And I just intuitively felt like there had to be a way that we could do it effectively, differently, where we didn't have to have this experience of like, okay, well, we're just in the kid years and, you know, like, we're just gonna put ourselves on the shelf for the next, you know.
Misery is
Yeah,
part of the process.
exactly. Like, we just, you know, and once we made that decision that like, hey, our relationship is worth prioritizing, our mental health, like who we are as individuals, like we don't have to make a sacrifice and compromise ourselves in order to raise a family. So that was pretty huge for us. I mean, I think there's
Yeah, and I mean, I used to fight it. I didn't want counseling. It was, so
look at him now.
I've lived my life figuring it out on my own kind of thing. So to all the men out there listening, just listen to your wife.
It was much faster, way more effective than years of banging.
Yeah, really, it took 4 months.
Yeah. So
Turned out
Awesome.
well.
Well, yeah, and that is it. That is the hope, and I'm so glad I've seen it happen again and again, and I'm so pleased to see it really effectively with you two. What it took was you, like you said, saying, "Okay, we want to do this smarter. It is going to take some work, yes, but we want to do it smarter, not harder. We want to enjoy our time with our family, not just say." You know, gosh, I guess we just have to be miserable and not go on vacations or be too much around family because it's too embarrassing for the next 8 years or whatever. So I'm so proud of you guys putting that effort in and continually showing up to try things out, ask the questions, share what's working, tune up what wasn't. So you guys really are an exemplary example, and I'm just so pleased that we got to work together and proud of you for enjoying your summer now. How is this summer going compared to last summer?
Summer's been so great. It's been lots of fun. I think too, the other thing that's been a real gift about this process is that like your approach is no judgment. You know, it's like very like a clinical approach. Like we tell you what's going on and you're able to give us like the overview of what is happening. And so just kind of like diagnose and then prescribe what we need to do. And so, you know, that kind of gave us the permission to relieve ourselves of like the judging we were doing on ourselves was constant. We're like, oh my God, everybody's going to be talking about us. Our parents are going to have an opinion, you know, like if we weren't doing things properly, if our kids acted up. And so to have you not have any judgment and just be like, this is very normal, this is on the spectrum, and this is how you deal with it. And then seeing those suggestions work has just been like such a weight lifted off of our shoulders. So now there's just a lot less judgment in parenting, so we're able to like have fun, and if there's a meltdown, it's a meltdown. It's gonna be fine. Everybody has feelings, you know. It's been
Yeah, Flora, you're very enjoyable to work with for sure. I think you even had kind of a personal issue during our stint, and you didn't show it at all. So give you 6 stars. You broke the 5-star chart.
Thanks, Brent. Well, I think you just enjoy that I swear sometimes, and I'm willing to.
100%. Yes.
Yeah.
I also, there's no judgment, but there's also no BS. And so, you know, like you really held us accountable. You did, and you didn't have, like you just said the stuff that we needed to hear and kind of like snapped us out of it in a way that was warm and supportive, but like, you know, your parents are not always the best source of, you know, advice and, you know, like, but you still need that person to hold you accountable and give you perspective. And you were like a very safe space for us. So really appreciate you for that.
I'm so glad. Well, final question, just I think people sometimes can be like, okay, well, maybe they could do it. Maybe they like floor, but like I'm so busy. I have a lot going on. My job is very stressful. Anything that you would say about how you were able to do this in even like imperfect ways? How perfect did you have to be through the process, or what amount of, how did it work within your busy life?
Well, I feel like you were so accessible, like there was, we were able to meet with the families. We did the group Zoom, which was super helpful. And that was, something that we weren't always able to make. But because we had the one-on-ones with you, we were really able to troubleshoot and like hone in on issues that we were having. And so it was a real like minute to minute, real time adjustments that were happening in communication. And so it wasn't like you had an issue and then a week later you had to come back to it and remember it. It was just like you were available to us. You made yourself available. And there were so many times I texted you and you were like, okay, quick response, but it was what I needed, and a lot of times it was just encouragement of like, keep at it, keep going, you're doing great.
Yeah, and I love all the literature that you provide and charts and whatnot. We got a ton of like visual charts that are just kind of like lay out the process. We have them taped all over our kitchen cabinets for now. And I am super anal about stuff like
Yeah,
that, but the
clutter.
tools
It's
are,
not like
I don't
it.
like clutter at all. But I mean, these tools are so helpful that I'm totally good with having them taped all over our kitchen.
They're all over the place. They're in our car, they're on the
It's just-
visor.
Yeah, it
In
just
our
helps
car.
it get burned up here,
Love that.
So.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for sharing a bit of your story.
Yeah.
Again, so honored to be able to support you and your amazingness. And any last things you want to say in closing?
Just thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
appreciate
you,
it.
thank you. And truly, I mean, the
Highly
difference,
recommended.
yeah, the difference between where we were last year and now is
Yeah, we
pretty
like each other
incredible.
now.
we do.
That's the best report. I love to hear that. You
We
like
do.
each
It's
other.
so nice because like, you see pictures on Facebook and it's like such a happy family and you're like, that is,
Stuff
give me
that,
a break. But like, we're really that happy now.
Yeah.
We really, it's not just for a picture. It's like we genuinely all enjoy each other.
the
The
stuff
four of
that
us.
would make us enraged back in the days, now we just laugh at it.
Yeah. A lot of
All
personalities.
right, let's bust out the chart and do the thing we need to do
Yeah.
here.
We even do it to each other. We even do
Do
it
the
to each
whoa,
other.
low, slow.
Yeah,
Connect before
Yeah,
you
we do it to
correct.
each other.
Yeah, we do.
I tell her all the time, do you need a hug?
Yeah, there you go. You got some parenting and
Whoa.
marriage counseling all in
Yeah.
one.
Whoa.
We don't want to spill all your secrets right now. So
Yeah,
we'll just leave
trade
it at that.
secrets.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. And
Thank you. Best
amazing.
ever.